something that 1 in 3 women have to deal with globally. And we're just really proud of how the film turned out and the impact that it's had, and it's on Netflix now.
The world of Hollywood glitz and glamour has been overshadowed by a shocking $400 million lawsuit. Actor and director Justin Baldoni has taken legal action against fellow A-listers Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds in what is shaping up to be one of the most explosive defamation cases in recent memory. The controversy stems from the much-anticipated film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, It Ends With Us, a story loved by millions for its raw portrayal of love, heartbreak, and resilience. What began as a passion project for Baldoni, hailed for his artistic vision and emotional storytelling, has spiraled into a full-scale legal war. Baldoni claims that Lively, who was cast as the lead character, Lily, along with her husband Reynolds, derailed the production with behind-the-scenes drama, demands, and accusations that have rocked the foundation of this project. But this isn't just about hurt feelings or creative disagreements. Baldoni insists that this lawsuit isn't simply a counter to Lively's own allegations. It's about salvaging his reputation and the very soul of the movie that's now drowning in controversy. As the legal documents pile up, fans of the novel and Hollywood insiders alike are left wondering, how did a heartfelt film adaptation turn into a battleground of lawsuits, broken partnerships, and alleged betrayal? Buckle up, this fight is only getting started, and the next twist will leave you questioning everything. Stay tuned, because what Blake Lively did next, something that would push Baldoni to his breaking point, turned this battle into a Hollywood nightmare. The drama only intensified when Blake Lively decided to take matters into her own hands, both on and off the set. According to Baldoni's lawsuit, Lively not only clashed with the creative direction of the film, but actively undermined his vision. Her alleged insistence on wardrobe choices far removed from the character of Lily, a struggling small business owner, was just the beginning. Instead of practical attire, Lively reportedly demanded expensive high-fashion pieces, including designer shoes worth thousands. These choices, Baldoni argues, contradicted the authenticity of Lily's journey, a cornerstone of the story that resonated with so many readers. But the wardrobe was just one thread in the unraveling fabric of the production. Baldoni's legal team claims they tried to accommodate Lively's demands, aiming to keep the peace and maintain momentum. Yet, the backlash was swift. When paparazzi photos leaked, showing Lively decked out in luxurious outfits, fans of the book erupted online. Social media flooded with confusion and criticism, accusing the production of betraying the very essence of Lily's character. The tension boiled over as the public debate turned into a PR nightmare, with Baldoni left to pick up the pieces. It wasn't just the wardrobe that caused friction. Rumors began circulating that Lively was pushing for rewrites that shifted the tone of the story. Baldoni, who had spent months crafting an adaptation true to the novel's spirit, felt his creative control slipping away, and as tensions escalated behind the scenes, one figure loomed larger and larger: Lively's husband, Ryan Reynolds. What role did Reynolds play in this unraveling saga? His alleged interference took this conflict to a whole new level, and it's a move that Baldoni claims would change everything. Enter Ryan Reynolds, a Hollywood powerhouse and Blake Lively's fiercely loyal husband. While not officially involved in the production, Reynolds' presence around the project was impossible to ignore. According to Justin Baldoni's lawsuit, Reynolds' influence loomed over every decision, both on and off the set.
You know, here's this name of this writer that cut through. That was interesting to me because, like, you know, in older generations, you know, everybody was listening to the same radio shows, you know, watching the same 30 channels. So now when the whole world is open to you, for a name to cut through like that to a younger generation really made me perk up.
What started as subtle input quickly escalated into direct interference, with Reynolds reportedly backing Lively's demands for wardrobe changes and script rewrites. And then, the tipping point came. Baldoni alleges that Reynolds became actively involved in shaping the creative direction of the film, from providing unsolicited input on scenes to allegedly penning rewrites that were later credited to others. Reynolds' behind-the-scenes involvement added fuel to an already simmering fire. Baldoni claims he felt immense pressure to appease Reynolds, fearing the professional fallout of saying no to one of the most influential couples in Hollywood. The lawsuit also points to a particular moment of tension, a rooftop scene rewrite. Baldoni contends that this rewrite, heavily influenced by Lively and rumored to involve Reynolds and even Lively's friend Taylor Swift, undermined the emotional gravity of the original script. For Baldoni, this wasn't just about creative differences, it was about the project slipping out of his his hands, piece by piece. As Baldoni struggled to maintain control, the lines between professional collaboration and personal loyalty blurred, and with Reynolds lending his star power to Lively's demands, Baldoni was left feeling cornered, his creative authority eroded by a power couple whose influence seemed insurmountable. But this wasn't the breaking point, not yet. What followed was an accusation so explosive, so career-threatening, that it turned this legal feud into a full-scale Hollywood scandal. Just when the tensions on set seemed to reach their peak, Blake Lively made a move that sent shockwaves through Hollywood. She filed her own lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, accusing him of sexual harassment, retaliation, and creating a hostile work environment. The allegations were as serious as they were damaging, threatening to dismantle Baldoni's career and reputation overnight. According to Lively's claims, Baldoni's behavior on set crossed professional boundaries, creating an environment she described as toxic and demeaning. She alleged that the tensions over wardrobe, script changes, and production decisions were rooted in a deeper pattern of mistreatment and manipulation. The lawsuit painted Baldoni as a figure of unchecked power, someone willing to tarnish Lively's image to maintain control of the film. Baldoni, however, categorically denied the allegations. He asserted that Lively's lawsuit was a calculated move, a preemptive strike meant to discredit him before he could take legal action of his own. He argued that the accusations were designed to paint him as the villain, not only to seize creative control of It Ends With Us, but to sabotage his career and reputation entirely. Adding to the chaos, Lively's lawsuit claimed that Baldoni's team had launched a smear campaign against her, leaking negative stories to the press about her involvement in the production. The battle was no longer confined to the courtroom. It spilled into headlines, social media debates, and public opinion, creating a media circus around the film that overshadowed its creative vision. But Baldoni wasn't about to back down. His next move, an unprecedented $400 million defamation lawsuit, would escalate this feud into uncharted territory, dragging even more high-profile names into the storm. As Blake Lively's allegations made headlines, Justin Baldoni retaliated with a lawsuit that would dwarf anything Hollywood had seen before. A staggering $400 million defamation claim. This wasn't just a counterpunch, it was a full-scale legal assault. Baldoni accused Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and their PR machine of orchestrating a calculated campaign to ruin his career, hijack the project, and tarnish his reputation.
And we were looking for like inspirational content that could have real impact, and she sent it to me, and I'd never read a romance novel, and it was the first time reading a book where the female protagonist, where I like got to be her and experience that, and I sobbed at the end of it, and I just called her and I said, I have to find a way to make this into a movie. And
wow.
Here we are.
Baldoni's legal filing detailed an intricate web of alleged manipulation. He claimed that Lively's accusations of harassment were not only false, but strategically timed to coincide with key production milestones, effectively stalling the film and positioning Lively and Reynolds to gain control of its narrative. According to Baldoni, the couple's influence extended far beyond creative disagreements. They were, in his words, attempting to scuttle the entire project, ensuring that if it ever moved forward, it would be under their terms. The lawsuit named not just Lively and Reynolds, but also their publicist Leslie Sloan, their PR firm Vision PR, and others who Baldoni claimed had worked together to damage his career. It included allegations of leaked stories, false narratives, and media manipulation, all designed to paint him as a villain, while boosting Lively's public image. Baldoni's team also provided text messages as evidence, portraying his early interactions with Lively as friendly and cooperative, in stark contrast to the claims in her lawsuit. He insisted these texts proved that Lively's accusations were part of a larger scheme to wrest creative control from him and his production company. But this wasn't just about lawsuits or reputations. The fight for It Ends With Us had become a battle of power, and as new accusations emerged, the involvement of a mega celebrity would shift the stakes yet again. As Blake Lively's allegations made headlines, Justin Baldoni retaliated with a lawsuit that would dwarf anything Hollywood had seen before. A staggering $400 million defamation claim. This wasn't just a counterpunch, it was a full-scale legal assault. Baldoni accused Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and their PR machine of orchestrating a calculated campaign to ruin his career, hijack the project, and tarnish his reputation. Baldoni's legal filing detailed an intricate web of alleged manipulation. He claimed that Lively's accusations of harassment were not only false, but strategically timed to coincide with key production milestones, effectively stalling the film and positioning Lively and Reynolds to gain control of its narrative. narrative. According to Baldoni, the couple's influence extended far beyond creative disagreements. They were, in his words, attempting to scuttle the entire project, ensuring that if it ever moved forward, it would be under their terms. The lawsuit named not just Lively and Reynolds, but also their publicist Leslie Sloan, their PR firm Vision PR, and others who Baldoni claimed had worked together to damage his career. It included allegations of leaked stories, false narratives, and media manipulation, all designed to paint him as a villain while boosting Lively's public image. Baldoni's team also provided text messages as evidence, portraying his early interactions with Lively as friendly and cooperative in stark contrast to the claims in her lawsuit. He insisted these texts proved that Lively's accusations were part of a larger scheme to wrest creative control from him and his production company. But this wasn't just about lawsuits or reputations. The fight for It Ends With Us had become a battle of power, and as new accusations emerged, the involvement of a mega celebrity would shift the stakes yet again.
Show it how valuable it is. So she does that with Atlas. She does that with, I imagine to an extent she did it with her father. I mean, she does it with her mother. She does it with herself. She does it with Ryle. She does it with her flower shop. So she sees the beauty in something that, others may cast aside or think is tarnished.
The drama behind the scenes hit a deeply personal low when Justin Baldoni found himself face to face with Ryan Reynolds in a confrontation that would redefine the stakes. According to Baldoni, the heated exchange occurred at Reynolds and Lively's residence in New York. The issue, a sensitive conversation Baldoni had with a trainer regarding Lively's postpartum figure, a discussion Baldoni claims was purely logistical, tied to stunt safety and physical demands for key scenes. But Reynolds saw it differently. In the lawsuit, Baldoni recounts how Reynolds, furious over what he perceived as body shaming, allegedly confronted him with sharp words, accusing him of crossing a line. "How dare you ask about my wife's weight?" Reynolds reportedly shouted, leaving Baldoni blindsided. Baldoni insists the conversation was misinterpreted, asserting that his intention was solely to ensure Lively's safety and comfort during physically demanding scenes. However, Reynolds and Lively viewed the remarks as deeply offensive and inappropriate. The fallout from this confrontation was immediate. Baldoni claims he apologized repeatedly, trying to defuse the situation, but the damage was already done. The incident, which became a cornerstone of Lively's allegations of a hostile work environment, further fractured the already crumbling relationships on set. Baldoni alleges this moment marked a turning point where professional disagreements gave way to personal vendettas, and his ability to direct the film was undermined entirely. This clash added more fuel to the fire of an already toxic production environment, deepening the rift between Baldoni and the power couple. For Baldoni, the encounter was not only a misunderstanding, but a calculated effort to paint him as a villain in a narrative that Lively and Reynolds were allegedly controlling. But this wasn't just about words, it was about power, and the next revelation would expose just how much influence Lively and Reynolds wielded behind the scenes. As the dust settled from the heated confrontation, Justin Baldoni alleged that what followed was nothing short of a coordinated effort to seize full control of the project and destroy his reputation. According to his lawsuit, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, with the help of their PR team, launched a deliberate campaign to tarnish his name and undermine his authority as director. Baldoni claimed that every creative disagreement, from wardrobe choices to script rewrites, was spun into a narrative portraying him as manipulative and unfit to lead the production. The lawsuit painted a grim picture of a toxic power struggle. Baldoni asserted that leaks to the press, rumors about his alleged misconduct, and public statements from Lively's camp were all part of a larger scheme to force him out of the project. Even the text messages, which he presented as evidence of a previously friendly working relationship, were weaponized to discredit him. But perhaps the most damning claim came in the form of Lively's lawsuit, which accused Baldoni of sexual harassment and retaliation. Baldoni insists these allegations were fabricated, designed to deflect attention from his own $400 million defamation suit and shift the public's sympathy toward Lively. He argued that the accusations were timed to derail the project entirely, ensuring that if it moved forward, it would be under Lively and Reynolds' control. Now, with lawsuits, countersuits, and mounting media scrutiny, the future of It Ends With Us hangs in the balance. What was once a promising adaptation of a beloved novel has become a legal and personal battleground, with no clear resolution in sight. Will the truth ever emerge, or will this saga become just another cautionary tale of how Hollywood dreams can turn into nightmares? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, this battle is far from over.